What's up? I'm here, and I'm glad you're here with me, honestly. So, I figured now I'm just gonna make this my journal log. Like, I'm just gonna talk, channel talk, whatever comes to mind. So this past week has been I've been working on regulating my nervous system. It was a bit out of balance because I was presented with a situation and really didn't know what to do. I just took it step by step. But taking it step by step really rattled me. It took me out of my comfort zone, and I noticed that I actually did not stick to my regular routine. So that's something that I'm gonna pay attention to next time I am in a similar situation, as far as my nervous system being rattled, shaken, rattled, and rolled. So I got up today and I decided to actually start back on my routine. And actually, honestly, I've come a long way. I've come a long way with regulating my nervous system when it does get shaken, rattled, and rolled due to my own actions and even unforeseen circumstances that present itself. And 7 days for me is coming a long way of not keeping up with my routine. 7 days is very minuscule to me, and it's something that can be corrected, and I can bring it down to 0 days. I know I can. So, what did I notice during that shakeup? I noticed a lot of my strengths within. I was able to talk about what it is that I was going through and how to come to a solution. But while doing that, I got a chance to verbally speak on how it made me feel. Rather than just feeling it, I got a chance to speak on that. And it allowed me to just release it in that moment. I released it with pure intentions of just releasing it, not expecting anything from it, just to let it go. And I was able to immediately jump back into the position that I had to be in, which was coming to a concrete solution, not letting my emotions get the best of me. And while also acknowledging them, though. I didn't just ignore them. I acknowledged them. I released them as they presented themselves. And I felt so much better. And I jumped right back into finding a solution. And lo and behold, I did find every time I released and I breathed and then I jumped back into it, my mind was clear. It wasn't foggy, and I was able to just come to those baby steps of solutions. And for that, I am so proud of you, Cindy. Yes, I am talking to myself. And those of you who are on this journey and doing the same thing, I am so proud of you too. I am so proud of myself. And it felt good to not only did it feel good to take those steps in the present moment, but I was also able to when I came to some solidified concrete solutions and was actually making progress and was able to see the progress come to fruition, it felt good to even release that and say it. I'm safe around my family enough to say, like, okay, they already know the situation, so I can go to them and say, this is what happened, and I'm a step further. I'm not where I was a day ago or a few hours ago or 2 days ago. And yeah, so overall, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I am, although I am facing a hurdle, an obstacle, it's teaching me so much about myself. It's helping me to really recognize my strengths and like just simply recognizing my strengths wholeheartedly is a lot for me. And I'm elated that I'm here and I can recognize it and validate it. I validate it for myself. I don't speak on my obstacles just to get a validation from other people. And now it's to release it, and I feel so much better about that. Like, even that, not speaking about my obstacles for some type of validation in some way, like, just I in the moments I'm able to truly validate my own feelings and move forward. I'm also able to, with these obstacles, I'm able to identify my weaknesses as well, and sometimes I'm able to come up with a solution about my weaknesses once I'm aware of them in the moment. And sometimes I can't, but as long as I'm aware, I'm able to go back and process that and figure that out, because obstacles are always going to present themselves, and it's up to us to perceive it as positive or negative. And I am through with viewing my obstacles as negative. The choices that we've made in the past, which even means a second ago, we have to take accountability for those choices, no matter the consequences of those choices. And that's what I'm doing. It's just like, well, I didn't know this, or maybe I procrastinated on this, and here I am right now facing the work that I put in, whether it's the lack thereof or the actual physical work. And if I do perceive it as bad, I transmute that energy, and I'm just like, what are you gonna learn from this? Yes, you made a mistake, or you didn't have the knowledge before, and here you are now. This is what you need to pay attention to, and what are you gonna learn from it? Like, we're not gonna just solve it, we're gonna actually grow from this, big and small. So, big up to me. And I'm really proud of her. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And even through that, like, my children get to see me be an adult, like, just be an adult and work through things. Because I can talk all I want and tell them, like, okay, when this happens, this is what you should do, and this is what you need to do with yourself. And if things get a little chaotic, I can of course guide them through that. But what better way to be communicative about what is actually going on in the moment, if I feel like it's a good teaching lesson, and they watch me in the process learning, while I can teach and guide in that moment as well. And they actually have great suggestions and good feedback, if any, and just being there supporting me, whether it's silently or through just easing something that I would do just to make my day a little better, the moment a little better, offering a hug. I appreciate that. I do. I was also able to, even though I fell off my routine a bit, which was actually my physical routine, because I was mentally tired. Yes, I was mentally tired. And I remember last week, was it last week? I had a conversation with a colleague of mine, and he was telling me that he was mentally tired. And I always, even though I may give people advice, I try to hold on to my own advice that I give to people, that I gift to people, and hold it for myself as well, because a lot of times people don't really take your advice, suggestions. They hear you, but not everybody actually take action on it. And I'm sure for various reasons, the 11:11, I'm sure for various reasons, but that's neither here nor there. And so I remember what I say, and I hold on to it, and I implement it into my own life. And I recognized that I was mentally tired Saturday night. If I was physically tired, because there was actually some flooding here in the north side of Thailand, and I was driving. I actually drove through that. It took me 3 hours in comparison to normally it would take me maybe 30 to 40 minutes to get home on my motorbike. And it took me 3 hours, and night fell. I was driving through water. I had to go all the way around town just to get home. I was like 10 minutes away from home, 7 to 10 minutes away from home, only to realize that all the lights was out on the main road that I needed to take straight home. And there was flooding because there was 2 rice fields on 2 opposite sides, and the rice fields just flooded, and it flooded the road, and that road is like this, and I was not taking a chance. I'm already an amateur at driving a motorbike through natural disasters. Like I'm in the process of learning as it presents itself, and I was just not about to do that. It was pitch black. It wasn't even nightfall. It was pitch black. The sun was gone. So I just went all the way around, and I actually did have to drive through water again. However, the lights were on, the street lights were on, and I was able to see more than it just being pitch black in the middle of a rice field, driving in the middle of, no, we're not doing that. So, I was physically tired. And then I just I just laid my burdens down Saturday, and I was still tired Sunday, but I still got up, and I meditated to kind of ease my mind a bit, and I tried to go to work, but could not make it to work, as I stated in the last video. Could not make it to work because of the flooding. The flooding was worse, and I was just so tired that I didn't have the energy to try, so I used that last energy that I had to just go back home, and I rested, and because it was Sunday, there was really nothing for me to do because I had a certain type of business to take care of, which would entail for me to take care of it on a weekday. And so I just rested. But I do notice that even though I rest, I was still keeping up with my food intake and what I was eating. Because I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but sometimes when my stress levels are a bit high, I want sugar, I want what I consider junk food, fast food, and I was craving a Filet-O-Fish. I was craving a Filet-O-Fish, and I actually went to the store. I bought a piece of fried fish. That's really delicious. It's one of those Pegasus fish. Yes, Pegasus fish. I really like that. And I made my own fish sandwich. And so yeah, I've been like curbing my cravings because I'm very aware of why I'm craving those things. And it doesn't mean that I have to have it. It's just, and I substitute like the sugar cravings for, I had smoothies. I had some fruit. I had some natural juices. Yes. So really proud of myself about that. And that's it. Yeah, I actually I cut down on coffee because not that I drink coffee a lot, but I really enjoy it, and the caffeine does not really mix well with me and caffeine is just not. I don't know how people do it like all the time. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's not my drug of choice, but I do enjoy the taste of coffee, Vietnamese coffee. And I haven't had coffee because, caffeine makes my heart race at times, especially if I'm already tired, especially if my stress levels are a bit high. So I will not drink the coffee. Even though I want it, I won't drink it because it's only going to exasperate what's happening within me internally. So, but I was able to calm down, and I was at a good equilibrium state within myself. So I had not one but 2 cups of coffee and at once, and I couldn't sleep properly. I slept, but I didn't sleep restfully that night, and I didn't like that. I don't like my sleep being messed with. I don't like that. So, no coffee. So I didn't have coffee since then because I didn't like that. But yeah, things have been peaceful. Like I'm really proud of myself, and that's it. I'm gonna check out the deuces, and I will catch you another time.